Hi everyone, thank you for watching my channel. This is Pay Trade. If you're new here, please remember to like and subscribe. So in today's video, I want to go over one of the strategies that I've been trading live. So tonight I went ahead and did a market replay, and I was just practicing and tweaking my strategy, this particular strategy right here that you're seeing on the screen. So let me go ahead and explain to you some of the indicators that I have and the settings that I use. So I'm trading the micro NASDAQ, which is like 50 cents per tick. Okay, right now currently I'm just trading two contracts. One contract is 50 tick take profit, and then the second contract moves to break even, and it has an offset of 32, and then it and then as price moves in my direction, then it moves two candle back off the highs and lows, depending on what direction, two candles back from the current price. So when price moves, then you'll see it trailing two candles back. So the indicators I'm using, well, first before I get to the indicators, I'm using Orenco bars 32, 80, and 160 settings. The reason why I use that is because it works for my trading style. It's not too fast. Some settings are too fast, and sometimes when you're trying to get into the trade, the price just moves so super fast. So this works out best for me because it's slow. It's not too fast, not too slow, where I can still do my work and still look at the chart and take trades, and not trying to catch the trend. I'm not trying to chase the price, because once you establish a trend, like especially a fast chart, you see the price is moving, you're trying to chase it. So rather, I'm not trying to chase it. I set a limit so that when price reaches to that limit, it gets filled, and then the price continues going in my direction. So that's why I use that setting. The second thing, the candlesticks, you see it painted red and blue for uptrend. That's just for visual. Okay. I have the VWAP on there. So the VWAP basically is if it's trading above the VWAP, you're only taking long, and if it's trading below the VWAP, you're taking shorts. You'll notice when I go through my trades, I'm going to actually do a demonstration of this strategy. You'll see that I'm not sticking to the rules, and I'll explain why a little bit later when I take the trades. So this indicator here is the BB percentage here. So the BB percentage here, you see this green. The rule is when it's trading right when it crosses above the green, you take the trade, and then below, if it's trading below here, the orange, then you take the trade. So that's one condition, right? The other indicator here I have is the chop and volume indicator. I did modify it a little so that I can use it along with the trading. So red just means that it's high volume, right? When it's high, so it's a combination. It tells me whether I'm in a chop or whether it's trending. So red just means, of course, short, and then blue just means here you can see it's in an uptrend, and then you have low volume here. And then down here, here's the this is the ADX indicator, which I changed the script. So basically, when it is sloping up and it's in a downtrend, it's red, and then when it's sloping up and it's an uptrend, it is painted blue. And then when it is not, when it is sloping down, you notice that when it's sloping down, it's yellow. So when it's yellow, I do not trade, even though the chart may show it's in a, like in this case, you can see when it's trending down, and you can see here, I still don't take the trade. So basically, when it's all blue, that's when I take the trade. And usually, when all these conditions, also too, I use the chart background too. When the chart background is blue or red, that tells me what direction I go. So you can see here, I have it all visually, just so I can kind of visually see where the trend is heading. and that tells me whether I take the trade or not. So you can see blue background and then blue candle, and then here when the BB percentage is above the green line right here above the 80, that's one condition. That's 1, 2, 3 condition, 4 condition. Here volume up, and then I have blue, and then also I try to look at 2 dots. I wait for 2 dots before I take the trade. So in this case, conditions true right here, conditions true right here. Here I wouldn't take it here because I don't have the blue dots. I'll wait till I get 2, 3 blue dots here, and then I would take the trade here. Same thing for red. When it's going down, you can see here I have red background, red candlestick, and then here you can see the BB's below the 20 level here, and then I have volume here is red, and then I'll wait. It's yellow, but then I'll wait to get extra confirmation. Wait, at least I should wait till I get 2 or 3 dots before I take the trade. So those are my condition. This was scripted. I had changed the script. I called it ADX V1. So this is a modified version of the ADX right here. So I'm gonna go ahead, and I've been practicing this last night, and you can see off a 2 contract, this is my profit target right here. So what I am going to do, like I said before, I am using just the playback. I did trade this live. I did made some profit, so I'm just going to go back and just trade June and then July, and then, you know, as I see if it's necessary, I'll make more modification or add extra confluence to this. So like I promised, I'm going to go ahead and trade. Let me go. I'm just cherry picking. I'm just gonna go back to June 3rd, right? And let me start at 9:30 because that's normally when I start trading. Give me a second so I can reset the chart. So I'm resetting it back to 9:30 a.m. So I'll let you know when it's complete. Okay, still calculating. So I'm gonna go ahead. Okay, so it looks like, okay, so now I have the chart up. So now it's reset. So you can see here my total profit and loss back to 0. And so on the right side, you notice if you're familiar with the Predator, I use the Predator. If you're, I use it to manage my trade. So I have settings here where I buy high, meaning I don't buy at market. I buy like 1 tick above price offset, and then sell low. And then if I want to enter a market, I just enter long here. And also I have these add. So once I get into a trade, I can move my stop loss to break even or trail. I can even also use it so that if the price reverse, it automatically reverse, exit out when I get a reversal candle, or it enters into a trade if it reverse. So there's a lot of flexibility, a lot of options here that I can use in order to manage my trade. So for now, I don't believe I mentioned this at the beginning. I am using a 50 tick take profit of the first contract. The second contract moves a break even and then starts trailing 2 candles back. 2 candles back off the highs and lows, depending on what direction I am going. So, and then until I get stopped out. So I'm gonna go ahead and trade. I'm gonna start at 9:30. Okay, so I'm gonna start trading at 9:30. And normally, well, what happens if at 9:30, let's say I'm in a trend. So normally if I'm already in a trend, I don't try to jump in. I'll wait till I get a pullback. And if I'm above the V, like in this case, I'm already in a trend. So I probably won't go into the trend. The reason why is because I don't know if this is the end of the trend, okay? Or I'm in the middle or the end. So let's say if I'm in the end of the trend and I jump in, then it starts to pull back or start reversing, then I don't want to do that. So I'm not sure. So in this case, you can see here where I'm starting off at 930. Here I have a blue background, blue candlestick. I'm above the VWAP. The BB is above 80. Here I get nice big tall volume candles, and white just means I'm in a chop. So here it looks good, and then I have at least 2 to 3 dots here. So in this case, I would definitely want to go into this trade right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and enter a buy high. So the buy high is that it doesn't enter at market, it enters one, two tick above the current price, and it sets the stop loss at the super trend. So that's what the super trend is. It just sets the stop loss. I don't use it to enter the trade, but it's just to set the initial stop loss, and then I'll adjust it depending on what price is doing. Remember, the ATM strategy does move it automatically, but sometimes if I feel like the trend is about to change, then I'll move it closer to price. So you'll notice that. So this is June 3rd. So we're trading back June 3rd at 9:30 a.m.
Order submitted. Order filled. Order submitted. Order submitted. Order submitted. Order filled. Order submitted.
So I just got filled off my first contract, first trade. And so now waiting for this first contract to reach 50 tick, and then this will move up to break even minus 32. Then once it moves, continue moving, then it will move 2 candles back. Sometimes what I'll do is, you can see here, if I'm above, if prices is past, if I'm in a profit, I can actually press this button here, and then the price, this stop loss will move to break even. But I'm not going to do that because I'm like right there, so I'll get stopped out. So I'm just going to give it a little bit of room.
Order filled.
So I just got filled there. So the second contract is break even minus 32, and you can see my stop loss will move as price moves up, if it moves up. So like I said before, I'm only trading 2 contracts. if I want, I can trade 5 or 10 contract and make 5 times or 10 times that amount here. And you can see price is moving up as price moves up. And let me show you, when I press break even, I press this button here, this price will move to break even right above. It didn't in that case. Did it move to break even? Yeah, it moved right. Yeah, it did move to break even. No, actually no. I'm not sure why it didn't. So see how it moved back to break even -1. So I'm gonna move it back to above break even. So I just may get stopped out right here. All right, so that was $25. Okay, so now I'm going to continue. That was the first trade. So you can see here the dots are turning yellow. That means I'm not going into a trade. And you notice that I haven't even mentioned anything about the VWAP. So you'll notice that if price is above the VWAP and all your conditions true, that's even better, right? So there might be trades where I'm in a downtrend is above the VWAP and I might take it. I'm not supposed to, but all depends on context. So depends on if all my indicators are all conditions are all true. So we'll see if we have that type of situation that happens. So you can see here I have color change. Candles are red, and I'm below the oversold right here. There's something seems to be quirky about this right here. The candle, actually the volume bars is not appearing here, but they're red. So I'm just taking it as if there is volume, and so that's something I have to check here why that's happening. So that must be a glitch here. So it is supposed to show like this. So this condition isn't met yet, so I cannot go into the trade. Obviously, if it's going in a downtrend and you're above the VWAP, you're not supposed to. But let's see what happens. So what the last indicator tells me is whether the trend is strong enough to enter a trade. So at this point, being that it's all yellow, the trend is not strong. Only when it is blue in an uptrend, and only when it's red in a downtrend. So you'll notice I will speed up the video from time to time so that this video isn't 8 hours long. 239. And the whole focus here is just staying away from range of market, choppy market. That's the whole focus. And you can have great trend, you can have a lot of profits, right? But once you enter into a choppy market, you start checking trade, then you just wiped out the whole profit you just made. So that's the whole focus here, is staying away from choppy market. So you notice that I have 2 dots here, now I have 3. So now this would be, let me pause it really quickly to show you. So I have red background, red candle. Here I'm below the oversold here. And here you can't really see, I think this is a glitch, but I'm assuming I have red tall candles here. All right. So I'm gonna assume that here. And then I have the red dots here. So that tells me I should enter into the market. This just tells me the trend is strong. At this point, the trend is strong, so I can go enter the market right here. Now, what I was explaining to you before, earlier, is that the price is above the VWAP. In this case, I'm not supposed to take a trade. But being that all my conditions are true, I'm going to go ahead and take the trade. So you will have trends that are above the VWAP. For me, I'll take the trade. I'll take the trade. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do a sell low, right?
Order submitted. Order submitted. Order filled. Order filled. Order submitted. Order submitted. Order submitted. Order submitted. Order submitted. Order
So notice that.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
All right. So the stop loss set at the super trend, and it's set, and then the buy limit is set at 1 tick beyond the current price right here, right? And let's see what happens. I'm expecting price to go down, obviously, because my indicators tells me that it will. So I have to trust that it will.
Order filled.
Order filled.
So right here, I can just let the current price go down, and it'll move down automatically, or I can just lock in profits and just move it down below plus one break even. So now I'm locked in profits here. So now we'll continue. If price goes down further, it'll just move 2 candles behind, or I'll just move it closer. So you can see here, you do have some trend going down above the VWAP. That's fine, and sometimes I'll take these trades, but normally I'm supposed to take long trend above the VWAP. Okay, it's 11 a.m. And this is the second trade. Again, I'm using 2 contracts. If I want, I can make 10 times this amount by trading 10 contracts. So you notice that price is moving 2 candles. Well, it's trailing the highs of the candle 2 periods back. So I have to figure out why it's not showing the bars here and why it's showing like that. I'm not sure why. But at least what helps is that the colors are showing.
Order filled. Order filled.
Okay, so I just got stopped out right there, and so my profit so far is $80. And you can see when it reversed, you can see the BB percentage, it just shoot up right here, and the white just means it's a choppy market. So I try not to trade in between this area right here, only when it's above the green and below the orange right here. So let's wait for another setup. And you can see here, if I draw let's just draw. So I do use price action. I'll use support and resistance. So if I drew a resistance line, if I drew this before the trade right here, I would have known, I would already foresee that it will reverse, that I would get stopped out here. And if I want to, I can also draw another support line right here. Yeah, support. This is support, not resistance. A support line right here. I like to use these horizontal lines here, and then maybe one up here. So there's like almost two touches right here. And there's one right here. So I'm thinking right around this area right here, you can see that this is a area of significance right here. So let's see what happens. I'm not going to draw the line here, but let's see what happens around this area right here. So far I've only taken 2 trades. And like I said, now this just allows me, because I work a full-time job, this allows me to look at my chart. If I have my setup, I'll have signals to tell me, okay, all my conditions are true. And I'll just go ahead and enter a trade, and I can just set it and forget it. So I don't have to really look at my chart all day, you know, and then wait for another signal to appear. So you can see here one appeared at 9:37, and then the next signal jumped in at 10:49. Okay, so you can see here, because I had it, I had the speed high, so I would have taken the trade right here, and I would have made this profit right here. All right, so you can see here, it looks like it's approaching the VWAP right here. So being that I missed it, right, because I had it on like 50 times the speed, I would have taken it here. So if the trend is already there, already been established, so I'm not going to jump in, especially it trading right into the VWAP. So if you go ahead and, like, let's say if you go into a trade here, it might start reversing. So just to be safe, being that I'm approaching the VWAP, I'm going to play it safe and not take the trade here. Regardless, that would have been a good trade, especially if you caught it early. Like I said, I missed the train already, so I'll wait till I catch the next train. And even here, once, another rule I have, once if all my conditions are all true and I've closed below the VWAP, sometimes you can take that trade, you know. So looks like it's about to reverse right here. Okay, so notice that the background have changed to blue. Candlesticks is blue, and then we're above the overbought. So now, also too, the volume is blue right here. Okay, so I'm assuming these are blue bars. Again, this is a glitch. I have to figure out why is this not printing. All right, maybe because I'm thinking maybe the volume is super low here. I mean, we're still, I mean, it's 125, so the volume should be high. There should be some high volatility, but it's something I have to check on. It's still yellow, so I can't enter the trade. I have to wait till I see blue dots. And we're approaching a support area, which might be a resistance in this case. So it may start, it probably will respect that area of significance. Let's see what it does. know you're probably saying, well, this was a good trend. Well, yeah, but all my conditions weren't true. This indicator right here was yellow, so that tells me that you can't go into that trade, especially here, it trading right into the VWAP. Here, maybe so, because it broke through the VWAP, and if you have some room, you could take and gotten some ticks here, but I'm following my rules here, so I'm just waiting for this color change. It's 3 p.m. now, and we have 1 hour and 30 minutes before market close. Alright, so it looks like it broke through the support area. So again, there's a glitch in this indicator here, so I'm actually following this at this point right here. This, not this red right here, but right here. So it's blue, it's above the 80, and so I'm waiting for a color change here to take the trade. Okay, so I have 2 dots here, and so I'm going to enter a buy high, have the buy limit, and then my stop loss at the super trend here. You can see here, I have blue background, blue candle above the overbought blue volume, and then the 2 dots that are blue. sure why it's not.
Order submitted. Order filled. Order submitted. Order submitted. Order submitted. Order filled. Order submitted.
Alright. So I thought it should have gone in before.
Order filled.
Alright, so I got to fill in the first contract as expected. So if I want, I could just go ahead and move it to break even to lock in some profit. Break even -1, I believe that's what that is. -1 or -2. So let's see if it moves up.
Order canceled. Order submitted. Order filled.
Okay. So I got stopped out right there, and right now the market's closed. It's 5 o'clock. So that was 3 trades today. Right, 3 trades. That could have been potentially a 4th trade right here, but I skipped that on that one because I had this speed. I missed out on that trend. So that would have been 4 trades instead of 3. All right. And so I explained my strategy, my methodology to go into the trade. And so the total profit made was $106. And so I know this might not seem much, you know, like I said, this works. This works for my trading style because I am working. I have meetings and I'm, you know, chit chatting sometimes when people come to my office and I'm talking. So I can make my minimum per day on the micro is only $100. So if I make $100 per day, I think that is a good day. For you, your profit may be 1,000. So in that case, you would trade the regular E-mini, the NQ, and you can trade the strategy, or in my case, I can just trade 5 contract or 10 contract and make 10 times the 106, so that'd be $1,006. So I will continue trading this strategy on the next day and every day thereafter. So I do trade this on live. I'm not trading today. I'm taking a break because I do have to. I have a couple of meetings, so and so I have a couple of other strategies that I've created that I'm also testing out. And so I want to thank you again for watching my video. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you on my next one. Bye.